This is Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity, Season 2. Alright, so we're gonna go outside of the Silent Lys ruins. Of course, we're still actually in the Silent Lys ruins, but we're in the outside part of them. I'm gonna do a quick save right here. Not a quick save, but an actual save, which happens to be quick. The old pound of feathers or pound of bricks technique. Exactly, a pound of bricks sounds heavier. Even though, obviously, a pound of feathers and a pound of bricks weigh the same thing. They both weigh a pound. A pound of bricks still sounds heavier. Okay. So normally, if you have Heodan and Kalisha with you, which you're supposed to at this point, they die here, and you're supposed to be all sad about it and stuff. Of course, I've already killed off my Heodan and Kalisha, so yeah. And we witness an important scene taking place. Older robed man. Spoiler alert, his name's Theos. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled adra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with true protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature.
Oathbinder, bear witness, and see this man has kept his word true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key be his confession. Let his death by the key be his absolution. May he walk the world ever free of the crushing weight of the book.
Yep, they are still just as crazy as ever. It dresses the petrified body. Queen that was, obviously, Wutica. The most crazy of a bunch of crazy-ass gods in this setting.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of the queen that was, will you fulfill the oath? Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw? Step forth, and be assured of the great worth of your life's course.
Man, he is really selling the Kool-Aid hard to these people. The man passes his gaze over the others standing around him. He looks each in the eye in turn. I just expect one of these guys to be like, you know what? No, this is bullshit. I'm not about to get turned to ash for your dumbass cult. But no, they just go for it. You gotta hand it to them. They have a lot of faith. It's horribly misplaced, stupid faith, but still, you know, these guys have some resolve. You gotta have a lot of resolve to just line up for this shit to happen to you. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet, and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your lost thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. And that's it. Good game. Had fun. Liked it. Ending credits roll now, please. And we'll try something else now. Oh, wait. We can continue. We're not just in the unconscious void. There's more. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Adra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end, a great pillar of Adra. Oh, it's a pillar. There's a lot of pillars in this game. There really are a lot of pillars in this game. Everything is fucking pillars. It should be called Pillars and Pillars and Pillars and Pillars of Eternity. A great pillar of Adra pierces the floor from below, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them. They are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions, questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard in ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. His headdress does look kind of ridiculous, actually. It really does. Let's keep it real, buddy. You look like a fucking elk. Ish. But not even as cool as an elk, honestly. You look like the generic off-brand free-to-play version of an elk. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all, and the question spins madly in your mind. And yet, what is the question? We don't know. We will never know. We will never know. What is the Matrix? I'm pretty sure that's the question. Fury of Fire Snake. It's a pretty cool name, gotta say. You awaken to find your malaise has broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing. Like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your periphery. I know these feels right here. But when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. This is my childhood. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tic. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. That's what they told me. That's what they told me my whole life. It was actually dangerous to go without treatment, not gonna lie. So basically, my character has contracted schizophrenia, or schizoaffective disorder, or some other disorder that involves hallucinations. Except, the weird thing is, in this game, it's not really hallucinations. Your character's actually seeing actual souls and spirits and shit, not hallucinating. So, I don't know those feels. I don't think I know those feels. Pretty sure I've never seen any actual spirits. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Yeah, those guys really... You gotta say, they took one for the team. They really did. They really stepped up. You are alone and far from help. That's exactly how I like to be. Gilded Vale may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. And I leveled up, which is all that matters. Visions and whispers. Seek help for your condition. Ruins is done. I've escaped the ruins. Alright, I leveled up, yo. I have a beer. I have a poleaxe. What else do you really need in life? The versatile poleaxe. It is a pretty cool weapon. It's got a big old axe on one side and a big old hammer on the other. I mean, that thing's got to be heavy and unwieldy as shit. But assuming you have the strength to swing that thing around, that is pretty nicely versatile, I gotta say. Alright, apparently I have major fatigue. Which I don't care for one bit. Not one bit. Alright, let's level up. Boom, here I am looking all fiery and fucking angry and shit. Rawr. Level 2 Barbarian. Athletics and survival. Let's go. Bloop, 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 bloop. Call it a day. Whoa, I get a talent. There's so many talents. Greater Frenzy sounds nice. Accurate Carnage sounds nice-ish. Barbaric Blow looks really good. Let's see. Gallant's Focus looks nice. Veteran's Recovery looks really good. Weapon Focus. Adventure has Poleaxe and Estoc and Warbow. Knight has nothing I really want. Noble has nothing I really want. Peasant has quarters. Club, pistol. Soldier has greatsword. And pike. Greatsword and pike are good, and so are Poleaxe and Estoc. So, the adventure and or soldier would be nice. Two-handed style just gives you 15% extra damage just all the time. Here you go, have 15% extra damage. Have fun with that. Don't spend it all in one place, kids. Be back by 10. Wow. Okay, defensive. Fuck defensive. I don't need defensive. Scion of Flame. Scion of Flame! Okay, no. 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 Here's what we're going for. We're going for two-handed style. Maybe I should get this first. Barbaric Blow. Once per encounter. Yeah, let's get Barbaric Blow. That way I have another thing I can use in a fight. Then we'll get two-handed style next time. Barbaric Blow! The Barbarian deals a massive blow, causing additional crits and extra damage on crits. Carnage is not affected. Once per encounter. It's a full attack, plus 25% ability area of effect, plus 30% of hits converted to crits, plus 0.5 to crit damage multiplier. Sounds rad. I will take it. I will take it. Oh, we're so strong. We're so strong. Look, and it's a big, angry, fiery red fist as well. That's going on E. That's E. We're going to E some people up with that thing. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to rest, because I'm majorly fatigued, and I'm not a fan of that. So we're going to rest. We're going to take damage reduction. Ooh, maybe I'll take move speed. I'll take move speed. Why not? Strange Dreams of Pillars of Eternity. We got us some deer cap. Deer cap. Oh god! I see somebody being tortured. Furia is unmoved by this. Unmoved. She knows about torture. She knows dem feels. What's up, Ash Guy? Thanks for turning into some vessel flesh for me. I get some Pilgrim's Crown here. I get some more vessel flesh. Oh, somebody tied up to a stake, being burned, or perhaps just otherwise bothered, treated meanly by that stake. And we got us some Pilgrim's Crown and some more vessel flesh. This massive structure is formed of stone, adra, and copper, and covered in strange glyphs. The air around it vibrates with an unusual energy. Yeah, I would think there would be a lot of unusualness to this crazy-ass thing. So we know that it's doing some evil shit with souls. Evil shit with souls. Okay, we're done. We're out of here. Let's go kick some ass in another map. Boom. 93 endurance. Lovely. Lovely. Off we go to Valewood. It will take me 6 hours. Gilded Vale. Village of Gilded Vale lies just beyond. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm not in a big hurry. Not a debt. Oh, camping supplies. Thank you. Okay. This is the upper area. Tenfrith. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, spattering stew across the ground. Oh, the ground is bespattered with stew. Hashtag bespattered with stew. Let's get that trending. Like, I say that as though I have so many viewers they could get something trending. Like, when fucking John Oliver says that on Last Week Tonight, it's funny. Because when he says that, people actually get whatever he says trending. But that's the joke in this case, is that obviously I could not get anything trending. What? The bandit turns. Get her, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help! Please help me! Ah! One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles. Alright, let's go. I don't give a shit about your disengage. Oh, that was the barbaric blow! She didn't like it! Oh, I'm a wrecking ball! I'm a wrecking ball. That barbaric blow was a beautiful thing. Crits bandit for 37 crush damage. I'm not a player, I just crush a lot. Oh, I got hunting bows, I got capes and hoods and lockpicks and silver fennings. I got it all. Brand new socks and drawers. I got it all. All. Some rice and meat, some poultry, some amethyst, some copper pens. What kind of meat? The glistening flesh of some unfortunate creature. We're just all going to assume it's not beef. Okay? We're just going to assume it's not beef. The tent is empty but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Lovely. So lovely. Alright. Let's talk to Tenfrith.
Good day to you.
By the flame, thank you! Thank you! Thank you! I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Blackhound Inn. I'll let Pasca know just what you've done for me, and I'm sure she'll do right by you in turn. I didn't do it for you, but I'll take advantage of your gratitude nonetheless. Oh, to be back in my oven again! We got a major positive with Gilded Vale. I have a feeling we're going to end up earning some big negatives with Gilded Vale as we do a bunch of evil shit. Alright, Tenfrith was super grateful. Bum 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 bum. Alright, hold up. Let's see what else we got going on around here. How do you like Barbaric Blow? Oh, Barbaric Blow crits for 38! Okay, I'm happy about my choice to get Barbaric Blow. It's putting in work. It is putting in work. Work be getting put in. Oh my god, I love you, Barbaric Blow. Alright, let's climb this. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. Let's examine the wall more closely. The heavy bricks are slick with moss, presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. Ha! Fury of Fire Snake needs no tools. Scale the wall. Athletics 4 gets it done. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling ruin and over the top. Yeah, Joe Deaver would like to tell that wolf that it doesn't matter how high its initial combat skill is. Oh, we got full Vanos, gloves, camping supplies, a scrawled letter about... +2 dexterity, I'll take it. That makes my dexterity like 5 or something now. Oh, 6! Man, I'm a dexterous motherfucker all of a sudden. I'll take that St. Gyron's horn. I'll climb back down. From the edge of the wall, you can see an old cobblestone road turning south and the patchy trees of the Vale Wood. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back down to ground level. Doesn't matter how high your combat skill is. That's the Joe Deaver lie. JDL, Joe Deaver lie. Damn thing, come on. Northwest to Giron's Grasp, south to Gilded Vale. Bandit camp. Ruins. Alright, let's talk with Naunton.
Hail and well met.
This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. What do I want to say here? Oh! We're on maximum evil for this playthrough, so whatever the most dickish thing to say is, I have to say it. Keep your nose in your own business before it gets lopped off. I didn't mean anything by it, honest. I just thought I'd warn you. We were attacked just north of here. Me and a friend of mine. We came out here to hunt, figuring we'd bring home a stag, eat something other than bread for once. Came up on a bear instead. Great, monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Name's Naunton. Born and raised in Gilded Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Well, luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. I already said that. What happened to your friend? Oh, we didn't see it coming. Naunton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave, or Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening, he says, dishonestly. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiles sadly. And this time, Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave, a ways up that way. He turns the point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. I will slay this bear. Must continue to test my strength. Oh, we got some more camping supplies. That really makes me happy. The grass is still flattened behind the wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. So something bad happened to this wagon. Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn across the dirt, along with a few muddy vegetables. Another dead body here. A lot of dead bodies around, honestly. Back to the bandit camp. Nice little waterfall going here. Fast mode active. It's the mode that's really fast. Okay, so we're just tearing our way through here. Oh! Found some settler's arrow. Shattered crates and shit. Oh, the cave. The bear cave. Oh, oh, that was weak. It was a graze. That's why I only did 9 damage. Said barbaric bow. There we go! Put that fucker down for 43 slash damage. That is what we are talking about. The struts and supports are large enough to be the ribs and vertebrae of a dragon. These little Zorab huts are really cool. They make their homes out of dragons. Okay, here we go. This is where I could get killed. This is where I could legitimately get killed right here. Barbaric whiff. I could legitimately die right here. This bear is no joke, as I remember. The fight alone at level 2. Okay, I'm a little bit scared. I'm a tiny bit scared. There's the bear. Good hit, good hit! Come on. Come on. Oh, I'm kicking this bear's ass. Uh-oh. Bear crit me for... Let's see how low my... Look at that! Look at my endurance. Look how low it was. Holy shit. Bear crit me for 41. Bear crit me for 4... It crit me twice in a row? It's amazing that I survived that. Oh, wow, I killed the bear, but it almost got me, seriously. It almost got me. Bear hide. It's the bare minimum. Ooh, there's a spirit here. I hear it. I don't fear it. I will go near it. Mice crawl through eye sockets and over femurs. A pike. I'm intrigued by this pike. Tell me, it was a barbarian? Nice. I'm intrigued by this pike. Tell me more. Same damage, has reach. Has reach. And it does pierce. I don't know that I need reach all that badly, though. It was a barbarian, says Noxmoo. Alright, let's talk to this spirit. A figure drifts suspended in the musty air of the cavern. Its form and features blur and twist in cascading ripples of incandescence. You feel his energy eddying about your limbs, filling them with a heavy chill. I'm gonna reach out for the spirit. I must see what knowledge this thing possesses. You reach out a hand for the spirit. In the moment of contact, you feel as if you have been struck a blow, head reeling as you tumble helplessly into a waiting darkness. Light blooms at the edges of your vision. You feel the sun at your back and the weight of a bow in your hand. You know suddenly that you have come a long way from the Vale, hunting deer. Now you are standing before a cavern, and the darkness extends far into its depths. Okay, hold on. Stop. How dumb are you? You're looking for deer. You come upon a fucking cave. You're like, hey, maybe there'll be some deer in this cave, because deer live in caves. Oh, wait. No, they don't. You know what lives in caves? Bears. Even so, your friend strides out before you, his red cloak flapping at his heels. You follow, heart hammering in your chest, as he leads you deeper into the cavern. There is a roar like thunder echoing all around you. Fear seizes you, casts you stumbling back towards the exit, towards light and escape. You see a glint of steel, and there is a sudden terrible flash of agony behind your knee. You scream, stumble, fall. Your thoughts are chaos, lanced through with pain, but in a moment of terrible clarity, you see your friend look back from the mouth of the cavern, his dagger daubed in crimson to match his cloak. So his friend hamstrung him so that he could get away. He pulled the whole, I don't have to outrun the bear, I just have to outrun you move. Sacrificed his friend to the bear so that he could get away. So in other words, giant douchebag. It's what I would have done. And then there was a great dark shape above you. And then there is more pain. The vision recedes, and you are thrown back into yourself with seemingly resentful force. The corpse lies at your feet, and the specter lingers. In the span of energy between you both, you feel a sense of questioning, of confusion, of anger. You were betrayed. Only a fool couldn't see it coming. A sudden lashing anger emanates from the spirit. Rage and grief seem to pour from the gleaming figure like smoke. You're dead, spirit. There's nothing for you here. The spirit roils with thwarted anger and grief. Sorrow seems to seep into the very air of the cavern. The spirit dims and fades until you are alone once more. Vengeance from the grave, new task. Well, I am all about some vengeance, so I will go fuck that mountain guy up. I will fuck him up because I like vengeance. Alright. So here we are. We have completed the Valewood map. And we're gonna go to Gilded Vale now. The town itself. Nice bridge. He's not here anymore, you notice. Oh, but we can take his folded notes. More evidence against him. Staglagmites and staglactites. I see what you did there, Noxmoo. I see what you did. I see what you did. Let's go to Gilded Vale. Let's save the game. Let's go to Gilded Vale. Send him out of the Gilded Vale. Okay. Good. Here we are. Here we are. Some stuff up there. Well, let's have this conversation. So here's the tree with all the bodies hanging on it. You know who's unmoved? Furia. Furia is unmoved by this. Not a bad use of a
You
tree.
must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you, his skin as dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes. His voice is a dry croak. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. I feel at home already. Unmoved, that's right, Nox.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy. Have you ever conceived a Hollowborn child?
His gaze swivels back to you. He appraises you over half-moon spectacles and scratches his chin. Mind your own damn business.
The well-being of this village is my business. You'd best get used to the idea if you intend to live among us.
I don't intend to live among you, first of all. Second of all, I don't like the way this guy's talking to me. I don't care for his tone. I will split his skull in two. His chest puffs up.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our midst.
He steps to the side and inclines his head ever so slightly toward the deformed tree.
His lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his approval, I shan't be able to find you a permanent settlement. It will have to wait until after the birth. We can continue our interview then, after the bell tolls from Radric's hold to signal my lord's new heir. In the meantime, you can find temporary accommodations at the inn, just southwest of here.
He folds his arms. I'm not going to report a murder. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Beerwick. Is there someone in town who can help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an animancer. However, the only animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all.
The magistrate frowns. He points at a body hanging from the tree. He sneers. I don't like this guy one bit. He's a douchebag. And his name backwards is Taegru, which is even worse.
But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Here is something that you can't understand. How I could just kill a man. I'd like to report a murder. Yours. That's a great one. Okay. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. You said something about Hollowborn and Widewind's legacy before. He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Deerwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. He shakes his head. Pitiful, dumb things that breathe barely but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows. But they began spreading after the Saints' War, and so the name Widewind's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. Lord Radric's decrees may seem strict at times, but he has our best interests at heart. He nods. Before I got here, I saw several people conducting a strange ceremony near some ruins. He regards you carefully. You'll want to mind where you mentioned that. Trespassing on Ingwithan ruins is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Beareth have mercy, we certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Beowick. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a Beowick, you wouldn't be standing here. Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Nods curtly. Oh, the bells just tolled. I'd like to think the bells are tolling for this guy, because I'm about to ace his ass.
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
Nope.
3. Gods have mercy.
Y'all are fucked now.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Urjat looks out toward the east, his expression unreadable. He blinks slowly and turns his attention back to you.
3 bells toll only for the death of a Radric. I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same. You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
A peculiar spasm crosses his face, and the corner of his mouth quirks up into a mirthless smile. Don't threaten me, little man. He shakes his head, unmoved. It is no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will tolerate no threats to his kin, or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the eyes of Bereth must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze on you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. You're kind of acting like it's my concern. I want to see this man's head roll in the dirt. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? Not that I care. I wouldn't settle here if they paid me. But I must understand this place. I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn, or a stable, for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Farewell. Alright, we got visions and whispers. Seek help for your condition. Rest in the inn. I need to find out what happens if I start acing motherfuckers. I want to know what happens if I fucking straight up try to kill this guy right now. I need to know. Need to know. So I'm going to quick save. I'm going to walk over here. And I'm going to be like, hey, guess what? Boop! Oh! Oh, motherfucker's getting rocked. Getting rocked. Getting rocked. Now, I don't know what that does to the whole quest progression in this town, but I'm gonna find out. Ooh, a warbow. A saber. I might want to use a warbow. Exploding meat shower. Hashtag exploding meat shower. Yeah, let's get that trending. Now, the question is everybody else in town going to attack me? The other question is, how... Oh, these people don't care. What if it's not the baby? Maybe Cole managed to... Hush, are you mad? Leave it for indoors. You keep your distance. I don't want any trouble. Poor Afra is so worried about her child. I don't blame her. The crops are blighted. The legacy is upon us. This place is cursed. Okay. Hold on a second. New movement on engagement. Scroll speed. Tooltip delay. Right. Alright, I'm not going to address any of the backer NPCs with the things that have the things that have been written by backers. Beneath the vines are crude carvings of a sun rising over 3 stars. That would be Aothus. Hey, child. How come your face is so strange?
I hate children.
I love how I just murdered those people and all these villagers give no fucks. Careful if you head east. Guards patrol the Easternwood, but not the Black Meadow. Poor Afra is so worried about her child. I don't blame her. Okay, hold up. I want to see... Like, can I just proceed through the rest of the town like everything is totally normal? Even though I just murdered those people? Because that's amazing if so. It's kind of looking like I can. Things are bound to get worse now. Don't be stupid. They can't possibly get any worse. Oh, they can get worse. They can get worse. There's Adair. Our old buddy Adair, man. I love Adair. I love Adair. I'm not going to take him with me, though, in this little...
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
Looking for anyone who can help me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. He's just smoking his pipe. Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilting flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Looks like a bear came by and mauled those gate guards. I know, right? Well, it looks like there's absolutely no consequences. I thought Lord Radric's heir would mark the end of all this. Nobles put out buoys to float same as us. I wish you wouldn't call them that. You're right, he's not very noble. Okay, interesting. Did I even get a hit to my reputation or anything? Gilded Vale, I'm considered an ally, faintly good. I think when I fucking killed those guys, there was nothing. There was no... You know, like reputation modification or anything. Let's take a look at what happened. Sellsword, Archer, Sellsword. Barbaric blow crits Urjat for 29. Killed him right out the gate. You have... Wait a minute! You have gained reputation with Gilded Vale. Moderate. That's awesome! So the people hated that guy. They all hated that guy. They like me more because I murdered him. Oh, this game makes me happy. That's hilarious. Sellsword is fucking me up. With a sneak attack, apparently. Everybody's got sneak attack in this town, I guess. Except for me. So then, I crit the Sellsword for 4 burn damage. Archer. Killed the Archer. The townsfolk like me more because I murdered that guy. Shit, yeah. Shit. Yeah. Well, since it looks like there were no consequences of note. See, these guys are backer NPCs. I'm not gonna fuck with them. Alright, hold on. We'll go into Offra's house. I'm pretty sure that's Offra's house. In a minute. let's, I think the rains would be a boon for the crops. Kiwatani was one of the best smiths in the Deerwood, but his stock's been lousy lately. Then I told her, that's not the pistol! Wow. Good one, bro. Good one. I heard they fended off another attack on Lord Radrick's keep. That Black Hound Inn's a fine place to sit and have a smoke. This ale tastes funny to you. What's up, Villager? Word is, Urgent had a run-in with you. Good riddance, I say. Oh, they're already talking about it! Word is, he had a run-in with you. Good riddance, I say. That is not what I expected to happen. I thought the other townfolk were going to freak out, and all kinds of people were going to come and try to kill me, and etc., etc. Okay. Got any other townsfolk that you want to see evicted? You think she'll say yes? Smart enough to lie with you. Why not wed you while she's at it? Bet they have better gold rot you in the city. Oh, this. It's Aloth. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopping gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggest an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Recognize that voice, Knox? That's Matt Mercer. That's Cicero from Masquerada.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh? We don't need your coin.
The others, 2 folk men and an elven woman, don't look convinced. The woman crosses her arms. She spits at his feet.
Ooh, a fight.
One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drink, but his gaze is focused. You got a lot of gall mocking us in our own village. We don't take ill treatment from foreigners, especially not Adirans.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
The second man thrusts his chin at the elf. He stinks of sour ale.
Fie, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cocksfeather!
Nice. Nice. Way to call him out.
I'll cut that barrel-licking tongue out of your head.
Barrel licking. What school of insults did you go to? Barrel licking? Listen, barrel lickers. A collective cry of outrage rises from the 3 locals. The second man snarls, alright, I'm about to murder me some more fucking locals is what's about to happen.
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
Horror and shock paint themselves across the elven man's face in broad, hasty strokes. He frowns and swallows. He plants his feet. Something surly and raw flickers through his eyes. Oh, we're about to kill us some fucking peasants.
That's where you're wrong.
The elven woman draws a blade. See you later, Fry Guy. Have a good one. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you again. Take it easy. Hopefully see you again soon. Let's see if I can throw some fuel on the fire here. No pun intended, because of Firehead.
You're not gonna take that from him, are you?
They turn their ire on you. No, and we're not taking it from you either. Oh, motherfuckers is about to die. Oh, I just double jibbed! Now that is why barbarians are cool. I just double jibbed. I hit 1 ability and jibbed 2 guys with 1 swing. Hashtag double jib. That was amazing. I hit Barbaric Blow, and because Carnage does part of the damage to everybody within that little AoE ring, it did enough damage to the second guy to also jib him. Double jib. Double jib. Double jib. It's not just 1 jib, it's 2 jibs. Double jib. Alright. As the last of the attackers falls, the elf turns to you, the tension almost gone from his smooth face.
Not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation.
You mean for slaughtering them? You're welcome.
Well, that is one way of putting it.
He gives you a quick smile. Yeah, we didn't just knock these guys unconscious. I mean, he might have knocked his unconscious. I jibbed two fucking villagers. He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leather work beneath it is sturdy and fine.
Well, I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
You'd better have more to say for yourself than that.
He holds up his hands. Please, I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Why does this elf think that we're friends now?
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan, but we were separated near some ruins. I may have murdered some of them.
In Gwithan Ruins? Oh, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. And half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
He leans closer. I don't feel like telling him, but then again, he might be able to help me.
A Beawick.
And you survived? I've heard such a thing was impossible. But it seems you either have a knack for timing or the favor of the gods.
He regards you with new interest.
What are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
He folds his arms and frowns, looking toward the center of town. He cocks his head, looking at you. And you?
I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His eyes flicker as he looks you up and down. He nods at the gnarled old tree in the center of town. His darting glance takes in the tumble-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere.
Just how did you manage to cross those 3 drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
Tense his fingers and looks away. This is a good line.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister.
That. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. Happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help.
I heard the same thing.
For just a moment, he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies.
You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
A sly grin crosses his lips.
I should get going. I'm tired of this elf.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
He wrinkles his nose. He gives you a guardedly hopeful look.
That's not going to happen. I prefer to travel light. Maybe later. Or not.
Well, I quite understand. A few more nights of stringy stew won't kill me, I suppose. Though if that dog goes missing, I may have to fast.
No eating dogs. He looks back at the end with a sigh. Alright, goodbye, Aloth. You are not coming with me, unfortunately, Aloth. We got some clubs, some daggers, some simple clothing. Alright, let's take a look at what happened here. Because... So I crit the one guy with Barbaric Blow for 44, and the Carnage also crit for 23. Which is just beautiful. So beautiful. Alright, we've murdered to some townsfolk. Things are going really well so far. They're going really, really well so far. So, what I'm gonna do is save my game. And, that's gonna do it for this episode. So, in our next episode, we will continue to explore Gilded Vale, possibly murder some more people that live here. That's a real possibility. And see what happens as we go forward. Thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Pillars of Eternity, Season 2.